In this video, we will do the examination of sensory system and reflexes of the patient. For testing pain, use a toothpick, a safety pin like subject, and apply minimal pressure required to elicit a response. Make sure that you do not put a lot of pressure and cause unnecessary bleeding on the hands of the patient. Use light and little bit pressure to elicit response and ask the patient if he can feel it. Temperature is usually omitted if the patient is able to sense pain, but if there is any sensory deficit, ask the patient to grab a glass of water and ask him if it is cold or warm. Then give another glass and ask it is cold or warm. And then note your findings. For light touch, use something soft like cotton and move it over the hand of the patient and ask him if he can feel it and the intensity he is feeling it at. Don't put a lot of pressure while testing for light touch. For testing vibration, use a relatively low-pitched tuning fork, tap it on the heel of your palm and put it on the distal phalanges and ask the patient if he can feel the vibration. Do it on both the hands, and if there is any confusion that it is pressure or vibration, then ask the patient when the vibration stops to know the difference. For proprioception, firstly ask the patient to remove his footwear and then grab the big toe and move it to other side a bit distant from the other toes, and then lift it up with the help of your thumb and index finger and ask the patient while his eyes are closed which direction the toe is going. Repeat the same process with the other leg and note the findings. For testing stereognosis, you hand over patient with his eyes closed an object like a coin, a pencil, a toothpick and ask the patient what it is. Usually the patient folds his hands, uses all his skin receptors to identify the subject at matter. For graphostasia or number identification, use the blunt side of a toothpick, a pen and draw a number in the patient's hand and ask him to identify the number. A normal person can identify most of the numbers that are drawn in his hands accurately. For point localization, firstly ask the patient to close his eyes, tap on his hand and ask him to open his eyes and tell where you tap. Repeat the process at different places and identify if the patient can tell at what point you tap. Usually the patients are able to identify if they are having normal situation. For testing extension, touch over different points of the body together or simultaneously or differently and ask the patient if he can feel the touch at both the points on different parts of the body at the same time, simultaneously and in other situations as well. Normally a patient will be able to identify all these stimulus. For reinforcement, ask the patient to put both his knees together and also to pull as you strike the patellar region. For biceps reflex, you have to ask the patient to make his hand slightly flex. The forearm should be pronated, the hand should be facing downwards. Put your hand and tap on your digit directly, not directly on the skin, and look for the reflex. Biceps reflex, the patient may be sitting or supine. Flex the patient's arm at the elbow with palm towards the border and pull it slightly across the chest. Strike the triceps tendon with direct blow directly behind and just above the elbow. Strike the radius with point or flat edge of the reflex hammer about 1 to 2 inches above the wrist. Watch for flexion and supination of the forearm. For abdominal contractions or reflexes, look for the abdominal muscle movement as you move across a toothpick or any stimulant like the tip of a cotton bud, like that, and look for the movements. With a wooden stick, stroke the lateral aspect of the sole from heel to the ball of the foot, curving medially across the ball. Use lighter stimulus needed to provoke a response, but increase firmness if necessary. Closely observe the movement of the big toe, normally plantar flexion.